hard to lift up somebody who the only way you see them is your best friend. I've been there, y'all. I promise you, I've been there. There was a point in my life where Jesus was my boy, my homie, my best friend. He was my friend when I didn't have any. I went over a year. Okay, can I say that? I'm gonna say it with my chest. I basically went over a year, and I ain't had no friends. So we talking about being set apart and isolation. Oh, I've walked in that. And God steps in, and He was my friend. Somewhere in there it talks about how He's a friend to the friendless. He was legit my friend, my best friend. But then you gotta go deeper.
I feel my eyes watering.
Because that was a time. And so we gonna move on, because I can get emotional right there. Because He was my best friend. I had none. I could go weeks at a time. And the only people, my phone was so dry, the only people who hit me up is family. Like, come on, bro. or the only time my so-called friends would call me or text me or hit me up when they needed a cheerleader. Oh, they needed some advice. They need somebody in their corner. Okay, I'm going to move on. So who stepped in? God. I started my internship. I started this thing called therapy. I was absolutely in love with it. And besides my mama, she's supposed to be there. I ain't had nobody to celebrate it with, to share it with. So who did I share that excitement with? God. Yo, I'm geeked, bro. This is awesome. You gonna have me doing this for the rest of my life? And knowing what we know now.
Right.
Moving on. So the point is, I understand that if that's where we start. But we have to grow up. Here we go. We have to grow up. We can't continue to stay babes.
Right.
We have to be mature. We have to what's it called? Matriculate. Mm-hmm. And start seeing God as Lord. And start seeing Him as King. And when you can see Him that way, oh my Jesus. Okay. It will shift your whole entire life. Your whole entire being. I've been talking. Go ahead.
I'm still trying to recover because you almost make me cry.
I'm sorry.
Because that isolation is real, bro.
Yeah. It is. It is. And could the isolation be so that God can expose Himself to you as best friend? As friend. But He never intended for you to stay there. He never intended for us to stay in the all Jesus is my best friend. Remember, He is King.
Right.
Remember, He is Lord. Remember, He got all power. Come on. This is who we talking about. And so when we can shift our perspective and viewpoint of God, it helps us to learn how to pray. So I'm going to go ahead. You got anything you want to say before I move on?
Mm-mm.
All right.
No, that's real. That's all I got. That's good.
I bet. Because I can say stuff right there, so I'll move on, because I can stay stuck, because y'all just don't know. It was hard. It was dark. And it was just me and Jesus. I'm going to move on. And I settled in it. I'm trying to move on. I can't move on from this one. And I settled in it. And oftentimes, we're not allowing ourselves to settle in the isolation, to settle in the set apartness. And so we're going out here and we're searching for belonging. Come here. And these friends, in this man, in this girl, in this club, in this whatever the case may be. And God's like, if you could just settle, I'll fill the void. Come. Ooh, I'll fill that thing. If you would just settle, I will fill the void. I am a witness. I had no friends. I kid you not. Not one. Not no real friend. For over a year. Me and He filled the void. And I settled in it. Woo! I settled in it. And I allowed Him. I got to stop. And I allowed Him to do His work. And we don't get here today, me talking to y'all, my 28 subscribers, if I didn't allow God to do that. If I never settled in it. If I never said, Lord, I trust you. I guess I'm just going to have old friends. That's what I used to say. Friends who are 40, friends who are in their 30s. I guess I'm just going to have old friends. But if that's your will for me, cool. Right. I trust you in it. Okay. That took a turn. So
I honestly feel like somebody needed to hear that. That's all I got. Somebody really needed to hear that, like, because I feel like it's a lot of people who may be in isolation right now and don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? Don't understand. Basically, where it feels like a punishment.
Yeah.
And don't understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is purpose to the isolation. But
Don't get me started.
yeah.
Don't get me started. There's purpose to the isolation. The you that you want to be is on the other side of the isolation. You have to allow God to do what he needs to do on the inside of you during the isolation. So when we come to the other side of the isolation, it like the you draws people to him.